that didn't work. So at least I still hit it manually. Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me just like almost every single Tuesday, we got my good buddy. I always go the wrong way. We have Steve the Voice White. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
G'day. Everything's good, man.
And take off, eh?
G'day.
All right. Right below him, we have John from Shrews Clues Comics. How you doing, John? Nice to see you, bud, and have you back.
Good, gentlemen. Thank you.
And of course, our guest of honor tonight, making his second appearance, we have none other than Dave from Four Corners Comics. Good evening, Dave. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, well, good to see you guys. Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So as we like to do, before we get going here, who are you? Where can people find you on the interwebs? And like a quick 2-minute intro of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Well, name's Dave. My handle on Instagram is Four Corners Comics. Lifetime collector, took a pause for a while. Started out when I was really young, got a little bit older, took a pause, started having family, the chaos of family and marriage,
Right.
and needed a device. And I was like, I'm going to get back into collecting. And that was about 2 years ago. And it has just been like full speed ahead. And so, drank the Kool-Aid again, and now I'm just fully in. So just having a blast with it though. So
now, where did the name Four Corners come from?
Yeah. So when I started the Instagram, I think I told you this last time, Gary, I was like, I wonder if there's other collectors on here that start Instagram pages to share their books. I'm like, probably not. And I was like, holy crap, this is a huge community. I was like, what should my name be? And we have 4 boys. And so I figured, 4 for 4 corners of a book. And that's how we kind of started it, which was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And, it's nice, too. Anyone that's going to go check out his Instagram is he includes his whole family. You'll see his kids, his wife. They're all having fun with the hobby along with Dave. Now, they haven't flashed us any signals that they're in distress, so we're going to believe that it's all copacetic for the moment. But we'll be looking for those hand signals in the pics if we have to get it. Yep. Save me. But Dave, all kidding aside, thanks for coming on, bud. And we got a few people that are popping in. We got one of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the Jitterbug.
Jerry.
One of the best supporters. We have Ruby G, Calm, Cool, Collected. We have Brad Walbor. Good evening, sir.
My brother.
We have Rich from Comic Cap Collectibles. Good evening, Rich. Nice to see you. And as people are populating over here, we'll give them a tip of the hat. But Dave, it's all about you tonight, sir. So why don't you start us out with your first book? And did you have a theme tonight, or you just kind of played it by ear, just some favorites?
Yeah, I was actually texting with John earlier. I'm like, yeah, do you think I should do a theme or something, or what do you think? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some random books, but also like get some horror books in here because it's Halloween too. But it's kind of a mixed bag. So I think that'll be kind of cool. So the first book that I picked is a book that I need to get to complete a run. And I think I talked a little bit about this last time. I'm trying to complete a run called the Dirty 2 Dozen. They're the Senate books that were featured in the 1954 hearings on juvenile delinquency. And they were the ones plastered on the board there. So I'm kind of knee deep in that. But this one I think is my favorite. But this is Weird Chills #1 from 1954. Sorry if it's a little bit of a...
I love that title too.
Yeah. Isn't that good? Just Weird Chills. And it's Bernard
Pre-code horror.
And it's a pre-code book, which is awesome. And the first time I heard about Bernard Bailey, I actually didn't even know he did pre-code stuff. My first intro to him was The Spectre. And so I didn't know much about him, didn't do a whole lot of research until I started getting more into pre-code. But this one is one of my favorites. I think the black background, it's on the description from CGC. It says classic blood transfusion cover, which I think is pretty cool.
Classic blood. Yeah, because there's so many blood transfusion
so
covers
many
out
of them,
there.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Crap.
It's like, yeah. But I think this one is awesome. You got this zombie creature in the back. You got this crazy doc, and he's just sucking blood into this beautiful girl and, sucking it into this dude here. So just a badass cover. Cool pre-code book.
Yeah, that's
nice.
great.
Good start.
Yeah. So that's
We'll
book
go
number
on with a
1.
little pre-code horror to start out the night.
Yeah.
So when you get them all, are you going to put them all up on the wall in the same order as the original photograph?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I want to. I have like a couple back here, and they're kind
Yeah,
of
I see that.
I currently have 19 out of the 24, so I'm getting close. But
Holy cow! Wow.
Nice.
Fantastic, man.
very difficult to find. So
I think the real question is, though, after you complete them, what your next rabbit hole will be.
you know what? I think it's probably going to stay with Superman and Lois. There's just so much to collect there, and that's kind of my first love. So
Superman alone.
Nice.
Yeah, tons there. What do you get for second book? Okay, so second book, Superman book. It's Action Comics 120 from 1948. And kind of the cool thing about this book is a lot of those Golden Age books have that yellow cover, right? To kind of make Superman pop with the colors of his costume.
Right.
And this one was pretty neat because the background's a blue sky, and to get really creative, they put a white, smoke and cloud behind them. And the title of the book is
negative space.
Yeah,
exactly right. Still let them stick out. And Wayne Boring did the cover, who's phenomenal. But I thought that was kind of a clever way to give a different background color to Action Comics and Superman.
And it's a good action shot too.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one as a kid too, I kind of fell in love with. It says you can't imagine what happens when Superman becomes a super stunt man. And as a kid, you're like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Like he can't get hurt. Why not do this all the time?
Well,
so
absolutely get paid.
You got Jerry saying awesome book.
Yeah, this is a favorite one that I always wanted as a kid. So kind of different, which is cool, but just one that I absolutely love.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Cool. All right, so book number 3. So the other love I have outside of Superman and some pre-code stuff is Jack Kirby. And of course, I love Kirby stuff like most people. But the kind of cool thing about this book, this is actually a pre-code horror book that Jack Kirby did. And it is part of the Dirty 2 Dozen as well. So this book is insanely hard to find. This is Black Magic number 24.
Oh, yeah.
And I just recently picked this one up. I wish I could have found it in the wild, maybe like in a bin that costs like, maybe it was like marked for $5 or something.
Right.
They start to get a little spendy. But this one is pretty damn cool, being a Kirby book and being a pre-code horror book. So this one really kind of stuck out to me. And being a Kirby collector, it's just awesome to have that combo of a pre-code book with Kirby.
That looks so much sharper than a 5.
Right. I was just gonna say that like that cover looks so well in there. Like there's no like missing part. It's just complete art. It's fantastic.
It's a very solid book. And John, that's the first thing I thought of too. I was like, man, this is a magnificent 5. Yeah. And typically, as you probably see with my collection, like grades don't really matter a whole lot to me. If I really enjoy the book, I'll snag it. But man, there are some books where you're like, I would love to have that in a high grade. Yeah. I think that maybe why they marked it down, there's a little bit of writing in the word bubble, but overall, just a pretty phenomenal book.
Well, there must be something because CGC is very loose with their grading when it comes to Golden Age books, and they don't really hit you hard for a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
like they do with like a modern book.
But the pages are all complete, right?
Yeah, pages are complete.
Blue label, so pages.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I think I might have I think I included a restored book tonight too, which is cool that we can take a look at as well. But really solid, cool Kirby book.
It is.
Cool. So I'm still going with kind of the horror theme and some pre-code stuff. I recently posted this one for a good reason, but it's Crime Suspense Stories number 20. Kind of that classic hanging cover.
Right.
Very popular one.
It's wild too to think that a kid could go and like pick this up, which is pretty wild, given the background of it. Being a dad, I probably wouldn't let them grab it, but they certainly come in here and take a look at it.
Right.
They're like, what is that?
And dad going, what the hell did you pick
and
up?
Dave goes, that's what he gets.
That's what you get, man. You better listen.
That guy didn't listen to his mom.
Yeah, exactly. Pay attention.
Yeah.
But I think the coolest thing about this book, well, it's a classic Johnny Craig cover, which is just phenomenal. You can spot it a mile away. It's just so eerie and dark. But what I love about it, it is part of the Dirty 2 Dozen, but it's also a Sony book. So Wortham included it in The Seduction of the Innocent. And what I kind of nerd out a little bit, and so I got the book, and I like to figure out like what he said about the book. And what I thought was kind of cool here, he actually didn't write fully about it. He just included the picture, and it says cover of a children's comic book.
Yeah.
And that's all he said, right? To kind of get
Right.
the shock
Children's
factor.
comic book.
Yeah.
But does anything on that book say for children? It doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So Mr. Wortham being
So
pretty
a little
sly
editorial
there. Right?
there.
Yeah. He was a
Yeah.
showman.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny that, that was the mention in the book was, a book for children. So pretty cool book. A lot of
that's
history.
like going
behind
in
it.
and grabbing like a crime noir paperback and then posting it up saying, look what they have out on the shelf for kids.
Exactly. Right. So yeah, good old Wortham doing his thing, but just a cool book. I really love this one. It's a fun one to display up.
Yeah, I like the image in the book because it shows that cover in its entirety, and you see the full hanging dude in the background there because you can almost miss that in the actual cover.
Yeah. That's a good call, right? You just immediately go to the guy hanging here, but there's so much more in there too.
In the
I
background.
didn't even
That's what
notice the
these
dude in the
books-
background actually because you're so busy
Yeah.
looking at the guy's face.
Well, it was the same
Yeah.
guy, but it's a shadow of him in the
Right.
background hanging, and it's in the other book that he showed. You can see the whole thing,
Oh,
but in the
right.
actual cover, there's only part of the shadow in the background. You see the rope, and then you just see the outline of the body.
Yeah, brutal book. That's pretty damn cool though.
It is.
Right. And it's
Especially
too
with a
bad
neck
they haven't
break
done a
like that.
pre-code era pinup book, right? Because
Yeah.
that would sell great. People would love that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just
Right?
all like a bunch of covers from that time period.
Yeah. I forgot that there's a publisher that recently did a book just with a lot of the covers too, like in black and white, which was pretty cool. I sent it to a buddy that has been helping me complete a run, but I'm going to have to get a print of it too because it was just a badass book. This is number 5.
Number 5. Yes,
So
sir.
this is a restored book, which I love to buy restored books. I think that
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. I think you can save quite a bit of money for
I'll
a
say
book
you get
that
a good
like.
price break on them too, and you
Yeah.
still have the book.
Exactly.
And I mean, what they use for the word restored in there is like some kid used a Sharpie and they call that restored. It's like,
Yeah.
he's not a professional. The kid's just sitting there dicking around with a pen.
Yeah, you never right, and just kind of reading some of the notes right on this one. But this is Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 1, and kind of
Oh.
cool for
Such a good
Halloween
book.
too. Because
I was gonna say
Such
she's
a
like
witch.
bewitched on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They graded it as a 1.5. And the restoration is a small amount of color touch on the cover. But this book was, when I saw it, it was on Heritage Auctions, and not very many watchers on it. It presents insanely well. It just looks
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. And for the
Right.
price that I got it, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I love Lois, so I'd love to get one on a restored copy at some point, but I'm in no rush just because I think this one looks fantastic and I got the book. So,
There's nothing wrong with it.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
so
And I'm surprised- have they done an omnibus of Lois Lane stories yet?
that's a good question. They probably should because that would be
Right.
huge. There's a lot in there. It's a huge run.
Jerry's asking how much.
Prices.
Yeah.
Show us
Plain.
receipts.
Plain.
Nope, you missed some pre-code horror already, buddy.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go. But
You'll have to rewind it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Jerry buys that stuff too.
oh, okay,
Yes, he
yeah,
does.
Jerry's got an insane collection. So Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's Captain Marvel like all the way through, right? He's
Right, Wiz
Yeah,
Comics.
Wiz
and-
Comics, yeah, heavy.
and- yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, all
insane
them.
collection. Yeah, super good. But Lois is, one of my favorites, hands down, to collect. Gary, I think you had another collector on here not too long ago, but
Yeah,
she
Shoebags.
was big. Yeah. And she was just a phenomenal Lois collector, had a really cool collection. But I'm getting close to finishing the run. I think I have about 7
And
more
she's
books.
coming back to do Superman jerk covers, where Superman's
Oh,
being a jerk on the cover.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's going to be good. But yeah, that's,
You know-
that's Lois.
It blows my mind when it comes to restoration comics is one of the few forms of artwork where restoration is like a negative.
Yeah.
Any other art form, like painting or anything like that, it's a no-brainer to restore, but comics, it's frowned.
But as soon as the creator puts his signature on the cover of the book, it's no longer restoration or messed up. I mean, that's how it increases. It gets a yellow label. It's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
And what if he doodles on the cover?
Yeah.
You know, as long as the creator is the one that does it, right? That's acceptable.
Yeah, that's a good point, John, because you know, for me with the restoration pieces of it, I mean, it just makes things so much more attainable, right? For some of those like really rare books where you know, I don't want
people
to
stay away from it. That's great.
And that's part of the community too, where people can get a little snobby in the community, right? Or oh, it's restored, or okay, then just go without the book, dude.
Yeah. You got the funds to do it. I'll to you, man. But I have no shame in getting an awesome book with a purple label. So
I was saying, but just don't look down your nose at a book that's restored.
Yeah.
Hell no.
All right, number 6.
Okay, number 6. I actually picked this one up last month, which is cool, and I really love this cover. This is Boys Comics number 17.
Oh, nice. Oh, Jerry's going to love that one too. And a good American flag cover too.
Yeah. I think that was the thing that stuck out, right? It's just the banner for Boy Comics has always been appealing to me, and kind of the patriotic covers with the flag is during that time frame. This is in 44, which is really cool. And what I thought was like really interesting, I was kind of doing a little bit more research on this book, and you know, the main character, the protagonist, is Crime Buster. And when the Comic Book Authority went into place in 1954, they had to change his name because the Comic Book Authority said you can't use crime. And so he had to change his name and the character, which I thought was kind of interesting. But just kind of strange reads a little bit. I mean, he's a kid in a hockey outfit.
What did you change his name to?
You know, I wrote it down. Where was it? It was he changed his name to Chuck. Yeah. So Crime Buster to
Chuck.
Yeah.
That's a solid American name right there. Chuck.
Good old solid Chuck, man.
No, I can't be a crime buster. Now I'm just Chuck Coffee.
Should have been like Chad or something, right?
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. Some history and background on that too. But the Boys Comics, there's a couple really cool covers that I'd like to get at some point. But this one's a pretty good start. This is the first one that I've ever purchased from Boy Comics. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Dope, he bought it restored. It was actually my restored. Don't get rid of the character of the book. It took 70 years to age that way. He didn't restore it, Dope. He bought it that way, buddy.
It's like a fine wine. Yeah.
Right.
But this is number 7, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is kind of cool. I did something a little bit different. I went with a magazine. This one's from 1944. And this is Wink magazine, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
And it's got really awesome. Exactly right. It's got that red cover that is really attractive. And it's the thing that I liked about these books is kind of the history behind them. Is that you're having all the GIs come back from the war in Europe and the Pacific, and they're used to seeing pinup girls everywhere. And when these mags started coming out, the GIs went crazy for them and bought them up like crazy, and they were selling like hotcakes. And so it's like a pulp size, which is pretty cool. And when you open it up too, everything's in black and white. And so it's girls imposing, and it's like it's got some gaiety in here, so some laughs and some gags. But man,
failed her. She doesn't know how to use a chair properly.
Yeah, doesn't know how to use a chair. Like she's getting some measurements in because that's important, I guess.
Right. Well, I like too that they put a green suit on her.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do red. They did all red background. So I like so it makes it kind of Christmassy too, red and green, right?
Yeah. And she's got the green flower in here too. And the run's awesome. You know, if you go into my comic shop and just kind of take a look at some of the covers there, a lot of them are pretty affordable too, and it's just kind of a fun run to complete. But the history I thought was kind of cool to showcase it. But it's a beautiful cover, right?
Now, how many books are in that run, Dave?
It's a lot. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but kind of scrolling through, I was looking at some that I liked and just picking up a few here and there. But there was quite a few. Yeah, so something a little bit different. I thought I'd go with a mag to kind of show that one off. It's just too pretty not to show off.
That's all right.
What's wrong with that?
Does it say
we like
who did the art?
magazines on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Cool.
don't know who did the art on that one.
Oh, it was Peter Dribbin, I think is his name.
Interesting.
I think he signed it, and he did a lot of them too. But he's got a signature there
Got
down
it.
at the
nice.
bottom. But he did quite a few of them. There's a couple of different artists I'm not familiar with, but he seemed to be the one that was consistent with a whole bunch of them that he did, which was kind
Very cool.
yeah. Cool. So this one's kind of cool. This is kind of like a two for one, and I'll show you why.
Nice.
But the other one that I really like, I love to collect Archie. So this is Archie's Comics number 48, and it's kind of
Beautiful.
it's a beautiful book, and the front there, if you can't see it, I'll read it for you. And Archie says, "Betty, do you want a spoon?" And she says, "I'd love to, Archie. You can pick me up at 8."
Yeah.
But
So nice little innuendo, those covers, I think, which are a lot of fun for Archie. And so I think this one, and I'm currently searching for 50. They're out there, but I'm kind of looking for the right one, which is kind of that classic one with Betty, on the couch on the phone. So kind of looking for the right one with that. But what I thought was
what's funny though is all those books that got like hammered by censorship and stuff. Archie always flew under the radar, and it was like the most cheeky things on every cover. Like it was always some kind of sexual innuendo on most of the covers. And it was always Archie being a multiple girls type of guy. You can't find me down. There's too many fish in the sea. I gotta.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want some fresh water. Sometimes I want some salt. Sometimes I want to mix them up.
Yeah, that's such a good point too, Gary, because I think it's fun to like go back and get these books, just given that like at the time you have like the nuclear family, everything is supposed to be just right here and proper, and then you have Archie just really kind of showcasing exactly human beings and what human beings do,
Right.
and that's supposed to be pushed down and not shown in society at the time. So I thought that was kind of cool. It was kind of like a jab in some way.
Because it always surprised me what Archie Comics got away with.
Oh, yeah.
Because you instantly recognize what it's supposed to mean or what it's displaying, but no one ever said anything, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, same here, because I love to collect them. And then the 2-for-1 is actually a variant homage cover to this. So when he says, you can pick me up at 8. So they did this Halloween variant, which is
freaking awesome.
Where they're all battling each other there too. So what happened at 8? And there you go. So I thought that was kind of
nice.
Fantastic.
Come at me, I'll cut you.
Yeah.
Now we need. Now they had that one. They had the homage cover. Now we need the Amish cover where they're churning butter together.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be a red band cover with the poly bag.
Right.
So I actually have another restored book tonight, which I really love. I got this book from my buddy John, who completed the Senate run of the Dirty 2 Dozen, and he is in the process of upgrading. And so I told him, I was like, I'll take your scraps, man. I will definitely buy those from you as you're upgrading. So I got this book from him, and I'll kind of tell you why. Well, one, it's a Senate book, but there's I think something cool about it, but it's Baffling Mysteries number 19.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
And kind of the cool, I know it's a little bit of a glare, sorry guys.
Right.
But kind of the cool thing here is there's 2 things I love about it. He says, "Run, Lois, or this man-eating plant I've grown will strangle you too." So I love that her name's Lois, number 1. So I love Lane. But do you guys remember that movie Little Shop of Horrors? With Moranis?
Yeah.
Seymour.
This is exactly what it reminds me of. And I think that's why I like the cover so much, because growing up as a kid, we used to watch that all the time, that musical.
Audrey the plant.
Yeah, with Audrey.
That's right.
And so, this one is definitely like one of my favorites, just for that reason and that connection, which I thought was kind of cool.
It is.
Right, and I love that movie over the old black and white one. That was just perfect. Steve Martin as the dentist. I think that's my favorite part.
It's so good. Yeah, you'll never have a movie like that again. And it's just kind of like a reminder there of it, and just reminded me of the movie, which I thought was cool too. So
it makes me think of the Addams Family.
And of
Yeah,
course,
but
Rick
really.
Moranis is coming out of retirement to be in Spaceballs 2.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't even know that. No kidding.
Yeah,
He is.
directed by a 99-year-old Mel Brooks.
And
Yep.
Mel Brooks is doing it too.
And he's going to
Yeah.
play yogurt again.
That is awesome.
Well, he's 99. He's going to be spoiled yogurt now.
Yeah.
Fired yogurt.
Still old. This one is number 10, and this is another a Senate book that was used in the juvenile delinquency showing. But this is my kid's favorite book. That's why I picked this one. They like this one a lot. But this is Web of Mystery 19.
Oh,
It's another
Ooh.
pre-code book, and
Awesome.
Web of Mystery has become kind of my favorite pre-code run. I think a lot of their covers are just a ton of fun, but I'm a sucker for a banner, as you can probably tell with that boys comic. If you're just clearly simply outlining what the book is here, it just draws you in so much.
Well, I like that too because I like border covers, and when it creates that border, I just love it. And then I like it even more if the art breaks the border in places.
Yeah, absolutely.
But her face is fantastic on that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book, and
yeah.
and they look. I think the way the boys love it so much is just the fortune teller. It's easy to look at too, but this book is just awesome. I just love the cover. Period.
And
so, go ahead, John.
I was going to say it's hard to tell sometimes with the glare, but those older Web of Mysteries, you can see actual webbing around, around the banner that it just kind of pulls in a little bit more too.
There it is.
So good. Yeah, they're so good.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, really good call out because I think those like little things just kind of add up, John, which just makes kind of more of the allure.
Well, it makes the banner pop a little more because it looks like a lot of the books all had the same type of banner, and they wanted to differentiate themselves a little bit and say, "Hey, let's throw something in there."
Were some of those like slabbed a while ago, where you might get a grade bump if you re-slabbed it?
Yeah,
you got pressing and cleaning on it or something,
What's interesting is actually that boys comic. I was thinking about cracking and cleaning that one. It does have some dirt on it, but at the same time, it's kind of like that's how the book is, Keep it
pure.
It was used the way it should have been. It was red, and I kind of like that. One of the cool things is
there's a charm to it.
Exactly. There's a charm to it, and I think with these books too. I think the delineation of, saying it was used in the investigation on juvenile delinquency is pretty cool.
Right.
And, James Stillwell from Code Blue Comics, he was at the forefront of putting that together. And I know he's working hard on getting a custom banner made as well. And so I would assume a lot of folks that have completed the runs or have raw books. I know I have a number of raw Senate books that I'm waiting for that to get approved through CGC to submit it. So you'll have the custom banner, which I think is pretty cool. So. Oh yeah,
but man, submitting 24 books, that'll be a good chunk of cash.
No kidding. Yeah, I think I'll just do the ones that are raw. But that show, Code Blue has been just. And Crime City Comics has just been an awesome show to join just from a knowledge perspective and learning.
And it's tough to get something reslabbed too because CGC, CBCS, grading companies in general, they're not consistent with their labeling.
Yeah.
Because it'll come like that may say that if you resubmitted it and got it back, it might not say the same things anymore.
Right. Yeah,
because I have some books that are slabbed. I'll have two copies that are slabbed. Each slab says something different. I'm like, why? They're graded within the same year. Like, why would you have two different notes on?
Yeah, and they're kind of selling for those things, right? I think that's the hard part. Is I can't remember the issue numbers off the top of my head, but CGC has the first appearance of Lois Lane in two different books. And so I think I posted that like one day on a story. I'm like, which one is it? And it was a split decision. I'm like, can someone tell me, what really is it? And so you kind of look to them to kind of provide that for you, but sometimes they can't.
Or at least have some consistency.
Right.
Well, that's the problem with grading companies. They're not regulated by anything.
Right. I mean, especially if they're key books, they should have the same information on there should be at least a set amount of information that you have to list on each one.
I'll see. It sounds like we need to make up a code.
Yeah. Have you guys submitted any books to PSA?
I have not.
Years. Yeah, it's been maybe about a year and a half.
Yeah, I was kind of curious.
Oh no, you said PSA. PSA. No.
PSA is a brand new.
I do have one
yeah.
PSA graded book though, but I want it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the slab's decent.
Yeah, there's a viral video going around where there's a guy smashing the CGC one, and then he tries the PSA case, and it doesn't break.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Books.
That's hilarious.
It's a very plain label, though, right? Like it's very.
It's the same label as their cards.
Their cards.
It's a very boring label.
Yeah.
And they don't give a crap because they've been around for a long time, and this is the way they do it, and they're just like, suck it up, people.
That's right.
Take it.
Yeah.
And they don't change the color for anything, so it's always the same color no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's restored or anything else, you won't know unless you read the bloody label.
Well, I didn't know that. So it's uniform across the board.
Yeah,
it's very uniform. Yeah. And I kind of like that in a way, because I think sometimes folks are spending that hard money just for a new label.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
and we don't want to take away from the book, right? This is the idea. Exactly. You don't take away from the book and the cover.
Yeah. You want to have a label that works with the book, but you don't want to spend the money just for a new label. I mean,
those are just gimmicks for
it's
companies
printer
to try
paper,
and
right?
Make more money, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, I understand what they're doing, and we're idiots for accepting it.
Hey, man. Yeah.
New label. Ooh, shiny, cool.
It is though. We're like fish, man. When that hook comes out, because I can say too, 100%. It's just when you display them, it's so nice to display them, graded, right? And then having them in the case, they look phenomenal. And they also look good if they're not, but it's just kind of that shiny new case. You're like,
that's right.
I know. I'm one of those collectors that's on the fence. Like I have graded books, but I have raws of every single graded book that I have because I'm a reader first and foremost. So I read all my books.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the only ones that I actually submitted, the only reason I did it is I wanted to preserve those books.
Exactly.
And to get the autographs that were on them authenticated to make sure they were the real deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Dave. I was going to show it to you, but I don't know where I set it right now. That way you would have a look at it.
No, that's okay.
In Gary's museum, it's hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
It is.
In his archives. He was deep into the archives.
But it was it was the first Fathom, the Fathom preview, but it's nice. But I mean, like personally, I prefer the CBCS cases because those things are bricks. Yeah. Especially their magazine cases are amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting how they do that. I was talking to my other buddy John about slabbing a book, and it has a married cover, and so CGC typically will say it'll come back with a no grade, but if you go to CBCS, they'll come back with like a point whatever grade on it, right? So the variations are there if you actually wanted to get something like that. But it's interesting how it works. I just want the book to look good. If you want to read it, great. You don't need to slab it. Whatever you prefer.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the CBCS too, because when I have my books graded, even though my MAD 4 has been restored, it's still just a plain yellow label with the authenticated signature, which is what I was after for the Harvey Kurtzman signature.
That's awesome. Yes,
I'm sorry. I was going to ask when you folks. I don't slab a whole lot. I only have a few really, and especially now that I've liquidated a lot of the collection. But when you folks have different companies in one box, is there any issue, or do they all kind of uniform in one box together when you store them?
Yeah, they actually all fit pretty well together. CBCS and the CGCs, they're all roughly the same dimensions. The PSA apparently is the same as well.
Oh,
they're just a little heavier plastic to them, so they're more robust. Which is another problem for people that want to crack those out and upgrade or get a signature or something. They're wondering how the hell they're going to get these things out of these cases where the CGC will just shatter. It makes sense because they want to have tamper apparent on the case, right? To let somebody know that somebody tried to crack into that sucker.
There's been a lot of issues with that, so I can't blame
there has been with their old cases that you can pop open and you can slip the book out. And with the label not being attached to the book, where it is in CBCS, it's actually attached to the inner well of the book. So if you try to pull that out, you're pulling the label with it.
Yeah, I was just looking at this one, the CBCS, just a little bit of the difference there too. And it's some people are, very much like, no, I need a uniform, collection, and I won't take it from there, but it's slightly different.
Again, though, looking at that, it was a hot second, but that said 1 point something, right?
Yeah. So it says this one's a 1.8.
1.8, and that does not look. I mean,
I know, right?
That's a great.
1.8 is really rough. Should be rough looking.
Yeah,
chunks out of the cover. I have a 2.5 of my Mad One, and it's missing chunks.
Right?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a great looking book. And you know what's funny too, Steve, is that I got a huge discount on this book in particular because it's got I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a crack right here.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm buying it for the book. So for me, it was a win. So
well, who cares about a little crack?
Yeah, crack it right out now. Finish that.
Do you want to do your storybook first or your spec book first?
I'll do this. I put the spec book on top, and this one's probably not going to come to surprise. Just given with all the the recent Superman movie and then the Supergirl movie coming out with James Gunn. So Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and
that
awesome
whole story is so good.
It's a great book.
100%. It is a phenomenal read, and I think it sets it up really nice too for some really good contrast for the new DCU. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm a fanboy when it comes to Superman, so I'm not going to be a critic on anything because when Christopher Reed was my Superman. When when Man of Steel came out and with Snyder, I loved it. And then Gunn came out, and I'm like, I love this too. So I'm not picking.
Was also a good Superman. He just had a bad script.
Yeah,
right.
It's all enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's all enjoyable. There was nothing wrong with his portrayal. He just wasn't in a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
He got shortchanged. He should have got more films.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with, what James Gunn's going to do with Supergirl and be kind of honest and use this as kind of the format for her character is going to provide some really good contrast to the Superman movies. And so, I noticed this too. And my LCS, I remember maybe a year and a half, they had this one up always because it's such a great read, but it was like a $10, $15 book. Last time I looked, they had it up. It's like $45, $50,
Oh, really?
So starting to climb a little bit.
I'm glad because I got that series when it came out, and that's the series that made me a Tom King fan.
Oh yeah, phenomenal.
Like the character work in that book's amazing. Just the way she thinks and has to always alter who she is to be around other people, so she does accidentally hurt someone or just like her brain always has to be on.
That's why Tom King's a good writer, Gary. He sucks you in. He writes a good story.
But that was amazing.
Yeah, it's an awesome run, and I love this cover too. I was just telling Sarah, I was like, man, can you cosplay this one? Because I freaking love this cover so much. But that's my spec book. I think it's going to be an awesome film. I'm really pumped for it next year.
Yeah, and Millie, I think Millie's going to kill it as Supergirl.
I think so too. Did you like the cameo at the end?
Yeah, I thought that was good.
I thought it was good too. Yeah, completely different.
I thought it was good too. And what I liked about it, why I thought that cameo was important, is it completely set her apart as not a Superman copy.
Right.
Yes.
And just a quick little scene.
She's her own person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing her own thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's off planet getting hammered under a red sun, right? She's it's not Superman who's saving a squirrel. So
she's out partying. She's being a teenager, basically.
Yeah.
And hopefully her movie, we get some good intergalactic adventure.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're setting this.
Bring on Brainiac.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I want to see some other DC villains other than Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I think James Gunn's going to do it. I think he's going to give that to us. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Now your story, sir.
Yeah, storybook. So I actually, this is funny. I'm searching for this book again, and this is one that I want in a higher grade. Just because it was a childhood grail, and I recently just got this one for a good price. But this is Action Comics 134 from 1949, and this is Cowboy Superman with his lasso, spelling out Lois's name there, which is just awesome. Sorry for I know it's kind of glary there, guys.
Oh no, you're good.
And another one that's not a yellow cover.
Yeah, and it's these covers, man. There's just, if it's a Lois cover, I'm kind of hooked on it. But kind of the personal story behind this was when I was growing up in 1993, they published this book called The Golden Age of Superman.
Oh yeah,
it showed the greatest Action Comics covers. And so when I was a kid, I used to just sit every night and just look through it. And I would be like, man, one of these days I'm going to get this one. And I marked it out, but they, of course, showcased it on one page.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And so I remember as a kid just always looking at that one and like, one of these days I'm going to get that book.
Yeah.
And I think this is an awesome copy, given, the grade, which I'm not too concerned about, of course, but it would be really nice to just get like a super fresh one because this is a personal grail.
And the first appearance of his super lasso powers.
Yeah, there you go, right?
That doesn't say that on the right side of the label.
Yeah. There you go. How many powers could he get, right?
Just when you thought you knew it all about Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is just a cool book, and just that's my personal one there.
That's a good one. And the way Action Comics kind of floats, it just kind of hangs in the air right there, and it's just great positioning.
Yeah. Got your girl Lois back there smiling. Yep. She's proud of her man. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, very cool book. So that's my personal book. But that's what I got for tonight.
Dude, those are great. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
very nice collection.
Yeah,
some great pre-code horror. I have to say probably my favorite one was the Baffling Mysteries.
Yeah,
good one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That one was just really cool.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for Dave to get that all those 24 books now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I want to see that whole thing and just.
There's
phenomenal.
That would be a nice feat to complete, and I think it's getting to the point now where some of these books on the census are so low that you're getting guys like where I'm at, where you just have a few left, and everybody's vying for these. Right. And so the prices are going through the roof, and there's not much supply there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so it really kind of drives them up. So there's an expense piece of it too, but they're really hard to come by, those last couple books.
Yeah, and as morbid as it is, until some of these people die off and these collections start showing up, and then these books come back to light.
Yeah,
because I'm sure there's still a bunch of collections out there that have been just sitting in an attic somewhere. Yeah, you see those stories all the time.
Well, there's always undiscovered things, right? So
exactly, it happens constantly. I see that in the car community. Guys still pulling out old classic cars out of barns and stuff, and I've been sitting there with big stories like that, and it's just a matter of a person passing away before they come to light.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it's all about having those. I probably should spend less time on Instagram, but the live shows, it's like going through those, checking out whatnot, checking out eBay, just seeing where some of these things might pop up. And I have scored a couple, just randomly looking and having it, which is cool. So that's probably the best way to do it. But we'll see. I hope I can complete it. I would love to do that, but there could be a chance it can't, just because maybe those books won't show up for a couple of years.
Right, but 5 books, that's not bad. I mean, that's still
and they're hard
large part of that collection.
Yeah,
together right now,
Yeah,
I'm rooting for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I hope to get it done, and then I go down another damn rabbit hole and spend my time there. So we'll see.
We need to publicly put out which books you're looking for and have the community out there hunting for you.
Yeah. Well, people have
been very good idea.
Gosh, phenomenal. When you have buddies and they're like, "Hey,
exactly.
dude, I'm going to this con. What do you have?" They'll ask for a list, and a lot of these books that I have are because of the generosity of the community.
Yeah, I get that from Gary, from Mark, from other guys to say, "Hey, Steve, I found this book when I was hunting. Do you need this for the collection?" Right?
Yes, and I think that's the beauty of it, right? The best part of collecting for me has been the community, 100%, and forging these friendships, and it's a real thing, which is very cool.
Absolutely. All right, let's go around like we normally do. Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, hopefully tomorrow night I'll be hanging out with Trev, the shipping guru, on his bagging, boarding, and BS at 5 Central. And then back next Tuesday with you. That's pretty simple for me.
And John, you got anything coming up, sir? Anything we should be looking out for on IG for you?
I would say keep an eye out on IG. I just finished for next month's full run of artists and writers that I'm going to be putting out once a day. So I usually write that about a month ahead of time and try to put them out as I can. So that's finished. And I've been collecting books from my birth year.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So 1975 apparently was a very big year for books. So I've got I'm going to start posting stuff about that as well.
Yeah, I love that Conan came out of my birth year. Conan 1, 1970. I was like,
and it came out on my month of that year, brother. October.
Now, coming up for me, in 2 nights' time, we have Southern Comic Geek Jason on, and he's doing a Valiant 1011. If you guys don't know Jason, he loves Valiant. So he is a great authority on it. Yeah, might even see some original art. You don't know, he collects original art. But I am not so much a Valiant person, but I cannot wait to hear Jason talk about it because he's got such a love and passion
for it, right? So
and that's the fun thing. And then next week, my thing just went out on me. We have Man Cave Comics making his 1011 debut on the 14th. And then on the 16th, we have Joe from Anachronic Comics and Ryan from Magic Lasso doing an extra long 1011 Justice League of America 1011, and they're both going against the
run.
That's awesome.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a long episode, but a fun one.
Because they both got that same run at the done at the same time, right?
Yeah. And there's a guy I got to get back on for another one too. Dope.
Yeah,
I got to get you back on in November, buddy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dave, anything coming up for you, sir?
Yeah, just doing some posts for Halloween this month on Instagram, which is kind of cool. I talked Sarah, my wife, into doing a couple more cosplays, which is kind of fun. So we'll be posting those. And then I can't say it enough how awesome John's posts are on Shrews Clues Comics. Just amazing stuff there. I look forward to it all the time, John. So
awesome.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that too. I read his every day. So.
Nice. John does have great posts.
Yeah,
thank you.
Phenomenal.
And with that, guys, we're going to say, first of all, thank you to my co-hosts. I appreciate you guys being here. It's always great to have some people along for the ride with different views and opinions than myself. Thank you guys so much. And of course, there's no show without a great guest. Dave, you obviously fit the bill, man. Thank you so much for being here again. And of course, we'll have you back in the future. So start thinking about your next one. We'll get you on in a couple more months and we'll have some fun again. And to the audience that was with us live tonight, thank you guys so much for being here. And if you're new to this channel and this is the first time you're seeing this show, check out the links in the description below because it has all these great people's links there. You can go follow up whoever you need to. You might find your new favorite creator or new favorite person to follow on Instagram. Go check them out. And with that said, we're going to say thank you so much for watching, guys. We appreciate it. And keep it casual.